So I get to announce with joy that I'm transitioning. I'm affirming and saying to all of you that I am transgender. And so, the best way to put this is that I'm not becoming a woman. I'm giving up pretending to be a man.
So now you get trans women pastors?
This whole setting is designed to be perverse. None of these symbols behind them in this context have anything meaningful to them at all. There's no succession in tradition. This isn't. They're not going from the Gospels that you and I would read. All of this is just an inversion and perversion of things which are true, and that's how they always do this.
Thank God you have never chosen me as your pastor based off of my appearance. Amen. Amen. I was waiting for that. None of you ever judged me, or that was not part of the intake process of me being your pastor, was because of how my face looked, or my body, or how long my hair is, or my clothes. Because at the end of the day, we know that clothes are just fibers. They do not carry an anatomy with them. So to say that something is girls' clothes or boys' clothes, well, they don't come with a reproductive system.
Do you see, though, how he immediately negates his pastoral position by speaking against gospel itself? That's what he's doing right there.
How so?
It's actually very clear in the gospel that there are men's garments and women's garments. The reason for this is because symbolism is very powerful. I mean, it's extremely powerful in the mind's eye of people. And one of the ways in which human beings differentiate themselves from each other is with things like that. Hair. Hair is a prime example. Hair could be used to denote status. Hair can be used to denote sexuality. Hair can be used to denote all sorts of different things that a person can then utilize as a symbol, maybe for station, maybe for power, maybe for sexuality, something like this. The garments themselves are also symbols. Otherwise, why is he wearing that scarf? Why is he wearing all of these garments which denote symbolism of belief and structure, while at the same time denying that they have anything meaningful towards either of the sexes? It's a self-defeating position almost immediately.
What may change is that we might become known within the community as an even safer space for people who have felt marginalized.
And that's the whole goal, right? And that's the perverse nature of what it is that's being advocated for here. The very perverse nature of it is, and he just gave the game away, right? This is a place where you can go and we can pervert these symbols together and make it seem like these symbols. And remember that that's what gays have been doing since the gay rights movement began. They appropriated the biblical symbol of the rainbow, which is that God wouldn't flood the earth to kill wicked men like them. All right. And they appropriated that. Yeah.
Is that what that is? Was it intentional appropriation, or was it just...
Yes, it was an intentional appropriation.
You think pride is intentional as well, the use of the word pride?
Yes, I do, of course. Now, whether or not these people actively understand that that's the case, Christians understand that it's the case, that they're using the word pride as a way to kind of stick it to you that the chief prideful character in the Bible is Satan, right? And the chief of humility in the Bible is Christ. This is the contrast which is used. And the same thing is happening here when they appropriate the rainbow, right? And the rainbow should be viewed by Christians as being this gorgeous symbol from God, this great symbol of lights from God, of him keeping his promise. And instead, they have perverted it so badly that Christians can barely stomach looking at it because of what it now represents inside of culture. That's what perversion of these symbols is.
I thought the rainbow was just because wear lots of colors and shit and they're all fruity. I didn't know it was a direct sort of appropriation of Christian symbology.
Intentional subversion.
Yes,
like
it's
always.
it's intentional subversion. And again, maybe the people who utilize this don't even believe that themselves. But they're not the ultimate architects. The devil is. Satan is the ultimate architect of this type of thing. And whether or not the gays themselves wanted to utilize it that way, that is how it was utilized. And the fact of the matter is that somewhere Satan is laughing because that was God's great promise to the world, is that he would never flood it again to destroy evil. And then you see evil immediately pervert that symbol.